Good evening and welcome to another edition of Sunday Soul Coaching Sessions. I am your host and coach, Kelli Ware. Tonight's episode is just going to be an introduction to what it is that we're going to be doing on most Sundays. I'm not going to commit to a weekly endeavor, but it will definitely be most Sundays. A lot of questions have come my way by way of different clients that I've seen and by way of different friends and family members that have asked me, what in the world is a soul coach? So let me give you guys a little bit of history on how I came to this space and this place. I've always been a coach. I am innately, to my core, I am a coach. It is how God created me. It is how God made me. From a little child in elementary school, asking my teachers pointed questions to get and elicit certain responses so that they understood the impact of what they were saying to the students and how they were teaching us, whether it was a good thing or a bad thing and they needed to change their strategy. Even up through high school and me assisting other teachers in their love life and how to do certain things and how to get the class's attention. Like, I've always been a coach and an advisor. In my day job, what I do on a regular basis outside of coaching is I advise and I coach my coworkers how to present information to the boss so that it is received in the way that they want it to be received. So I have a knack for reading people and reading situations and understanding how to navigate through them successfully. I am the queen of ideas. There are so many businesses that are out there now, some of which I cannot name, that are doing certain things or executing certain strategies within their business that I've given them for free in order for them to become successful in that particular area or aspect of their business. Coaching is something that I just do. It is just who I am. As sure as I am a Black woman, I am a coach. And so I became a certified life coach in 2017, just for the sake of having it on paper, because I knew that at some point I was going to get to the place where I would be coaching people and assisting them in their lives. Now, it wasn't necessarily just to get things on paper. I learned a lot in my soul coaching courses in order to become certified, and I love the fact that I did that. It actually put structure to what it was that I was doing. So what is the difference between a life coach and a soul coach? A soul coach is simply a life coach, but with a spiritual twist. So a life coach helps you to deal with your everyday kind of run-of-the-mill issues, maybe goal setting, maybe getting unstuck in life, maybe navigating through professional issues that you're having and how to become successful in a specific endeavor. A soul coach is one who gets to the root of those issues. Why did that issue become an issue in the first place? If you're trying to get unstuck, what is it that's going on inside of you that causes you to feel like you're stuck? Stuck just means no movement. Whether it's backward or forward, it just means no movement. Stuck is not necessarily a bad thing. And so a soul coach will help you to see where you are, give you perspective on where you are, and then assist you with how to move, all done under the guidance, for me as a soul coach, under the guidance of Holy Spirit. And so a life coach is great for those who do not want a spiritual aspect, who only want to deal with the surface. They don't want to get underneath. A life coach is great. But if you really want to dig deep and figure out why you're stuck, figure out why you can't set those goals, figure out what is causing you to procrastinate, then a soul coach is for you. Now, there are a lot of soul coaches out there. If you follow the hashtag soul coach on Instagram, you will see that there are a lot of different type of soul coaches that are out there. There are those that are mystics and those that are new age and believe in a lot of this new age-ism, if you will. Some of that, in fact, the majority of that is all biblical. And so in future sessions, we'll begin to discuss that and unpack that and open that up, and I can give you a different perspective. One of my gifts, spiritual gifts, is the ability to help people to see things in a different way. While everybody was tripping over the quarantine and the pandemic and the, oh my God, that was a moment of faith for me. There are so many people that was like, oh, 2020 was supposed to be the year of perfect vision. It was supposed to be the year of this and the year of that. It is the year of perfect vision. For those of you all who wear glasses, right? You know that the only way to have perfect vision, if you're not born with it, is to wear glasses or to get LASIK surgery. If you wear glasses and you can see with 20/20 vision, if those glasses get dirty, guess what? Your vision becomes clouded. And it's not until you clean the glasses and put them back on can you see clearly again. And so it requires maintaining the spectacles or the tools that is required for you to see. The same thing with LASIK surgery. It is removing something from your eyes, something that is obstructing or blocking your view. It is removing something so that you can see what it is that you're looking at more clearly. 2020 has been the year of correcting vision. God has put us in a position to see things clearly. It is not a surprise to me that the death of George Floyd was the tipping point that was necessary in order for us as a people, Black people, and those who abhor and are anti-racism, in order for us to really see it for what it was. What God did with George Floyd's death was take the film off of the lenses. It was LASIK surgery. It was soulful LASIK surgery, and it allowed us to see clearly and to be bold enough to address the issue for what it is. Had this pandemic not happened, there's so many people that have not sat still. There are celebrities that I know. There are different people that I know that will say, I have not sat in my home. I have not sat still. I've not been in my home this long ever, or in 10, 20 years. And you've just been going and going and going and going and going and thinking that you're seeing things clearly, and there's so much that you were missing. And so the pandemic was able to sit you still. It caused you to sit still so that you could see the things that you needed to see, to deal with the things in your soul and in your internal life that you needed to deal with. Things that you overlooked, that you chose to be blind to. Things that you were blind to that you didn't even realize, you were not even conscious that you were blind to it. There was so much that you needed to see. And was it not for this pandemic, you would not have seen that. So 2020 is absolutely the year of perfect vision. But in order to achieve perfect vision, if you were not born with perfect vision, then something has to happen. There has to be a cutting away of, a removing of, a cleansing of your vision in order for it to focus in and tune in so that you can see the details of your life that you were missing when some of us were walking around with dirty glasses and others of us were walking around in need of LASIK surgery. And so again, that's just an example of how I am able to look at things from a different perspective. There is always a silver lining to every cloud. Even on the cloudiest of days, the sun is still shining. And so what you choose to focus on becomes the essence of what it is that you experience. And so perspective is a spiritual gift that I have. It is something that I have had, like I said, my entire life. So Sunday Soul Sessions, we're going to go through and we're going to unpack a whole lot of stuff. And we're going to get to the bottom of some things. This is the first episode in my studio that I have set up in my home. And at first I was not going to do this. I had no plans on recording this video at all tonight. I was going to push it off and push it off and push it off. It was supposed to be the second Sunday in June. And then I was like, I'll go just the second Sunday in July. And while I was sitting on my couch downstairs playing Candy Crush as a moment to just kind of unplug from the day. And I had a wonderful day today. I got to hang out with some family members, but just to kind of like unplug and then center myself and get ready to retire for the evening, I felt Holy Spirit say, just go do the video. And I was like, well, no, Lord, because I don't have my backdrop in yet. Things are not perfect. One of my biggest issues, and I know this about myself, is I'm very much a perfectionist. I am a perfectionist through and through. And if something is not perfect, I am not going to do it. And I decided today was just going to be the day to record the video. I was like, well, had a little bit of makeup on. I don't have much on, but I was like, well, let's just take this little baby beat and use it. It was great for brunch. Why not use it to record this video? So that's exactly what I did. And I understand and I know, like, even as a soul coach, I am not perfect. And there are things that I struggle with and that I deal with. And so I just wanted to come on and share with you all what each of these episodes or editions is going to be. We'll pick a different topic. Some topics will take multiple episodes to really unpack and unearth and really dig into it so that we can see it for what it is. But it is my goal that you would see the bright side of everything that you're going through in life. Anyone that knows my story or that knows me knows that I've gone through many traumas in my life. So much so that I should either have taken my life succeeded in taking my life. Let me say that. I should be on drugs or some form of substance abuse. But none of that is the case. And the reason is because I've done the soul work. So as a soul coach, I want to help you do the soul work. And I figured this way I can help more people than just one or two clients in the evenings and a few on the weekends. I figured this platform, this medium, was the way to really help a large number of people at one time. And so this is something very new for me. Most people that know me, they think that I am extroverted. I am not. If I am not in show mode or in ministry mode, I normally am not extroverted. And so this is an opportunity for me to minister in a way that is much different. I am passionate about this. Most of the people that I coach for free because it's not about money for me. I do great. I do very well, to be honest with you. My life is amazing. It is wonderful. And I want to help you all to get there. My life has not always been like this. I have not always been able to say that I have absolutely everything that I desire. Either it's in my home or it's on the way because I ordered it and was able to pay cash for it. I've not always been here. And what was blocking me from that was me. And when I was able to really acknowledge that, and not just acknowledge it, but open myself up to receive the wisdom and the insight that God had for me, my life just began to change and it began to shift drastically. There were certain things that I was so fearful of for so many years, I'm talking about for decades, y'all, that I was fearful of letting go of and all of that. And so I want to be able to help you all do that. I want to give you the Cliff's Notes version of my, I'm 40 years old, of my 40-year life experience, and how I was able to transition from trauma to trauma to trauma to trauma to trauma, transition through all of that and then overcome it, not just survive it. Surviving something just means you live through it, but overcoming it means you are thriving as a result of it. And I want to teach you all how to take your pain and turn it into the fuel that gives you the energy for your purpose. I am a different human. I am not the same woman. I love the person that I am now, and I want you to come to truly love who you are. So, Sunday evenings with me, some of those sessions will be live. Some of them will be like this one, pre-recorded. But I definitely look forward to being your soul coach. I am grateful for you. I need you to know that your existence is absolutely necessary. And it's not enough for you to just live and exist, but it is for you to live the life that Christ came to give you. He said, I come not to condemn the world, but that the world through me might be saved. He said, I come that you might have life, and that life more abundantly. So I'm going to teach you how to get unblocked, get unstuck, and then navigate your way to the abundant life. And we're going to do it with some life lessons that I have learned. Biblical principles will be thrown in there, and I'm going to show you how to live life like totally fearless and free. But ultimately, I'm going to show you how to tap into who you are authentically. I hope you're ready. This is going to be a roller coaster of a ride. There's going to be some hard work. There are going to be some uncomfortable moments. And let me say this too before I get off of here. I am not the soul coach for everybody. I am not. And I'm okay with that. Not everyone is for everyone. And I get that. I am very much pointed, very real, tell it like it is, very much a truth teller, very direct with my message. And if you are not ready for that, then by all means, I'm okay if you don't watch the video, or if you skip past some things, or if you watch it in bits and pieces because you can only stomach so much. I understand that. I get it. There were times when I couldn't handle certain things from certain people just because of the season that I was in my life, and it's okay. I get it. I'm not for everybody. Not everybody is going to agree with the things that I have to say. I'm okay with that. I am not concerned about that at all. If you have a better way, you know what you can do? You can make a video and you can post it on your page. You will never see me on here tearing another coach down, another therapist down. You will never see me doing that. I am just going to speak to you from my own personal life journey and my own personal relationship with God. I'm going to point you back to God at all times. So if you are not a believer in Christ, do like my grandmother said. She just said, you chew the meat and you spit out the bones. You take what is good to you and you throw away what is not. For some people, I will be planting seeds, and you don't see the fruit of a seed when it's first planted. For other people, I will be watering your seed. I will be watering the fruit that is coming up in your life. And for others, God is going to use me to bring forth the increase in your life. At any rate, I am excited and I am grateful to do this with you guys. I'm going to literally walk hand in hand with you through the journey, and we are going to get you to the other side of whatever your issues are. For some people, it's something very surface. You know, you've done all of the work and you perhaps just need a reminder. And then for others, still, there's some things you just have not dealt with for the past 20, 30, 40 years. We're going to dig into all of that. So again, I appreciate your time. I hope that I have earned the value of your time tonight. God bless you guys, and I look forward to talking to you very, very soon. Bye.